A warm welcome to a hot and humid morning here in the coastal capital of Cote d'Ivoire as the temperature is set to rise a little higher as we're at the qualification stage and the quarterfinals at the Women's AfroBasket in 2025. It's the Pearls of the Indian Ocean, Mozambique, and they take on the Guinean Lionesses as we start off day 4 of AfroBasket. Mozambique ended this with a 1-1 record, and what we have coming here today, Mozambique and Guinea, Egypt, Sudan, South Sudan, Senegal, Rwanda, and we'll close off the day with Cameroon and Angola. 8 teams will become 4 before competition closes today. This is well and truly the business end, and it's going to be very interesting to see how all of this will unfold. Quinton Nason, I'm alongside one of Africa's finest, Asha Kumugisha. And Asha, we have to look at this opening encounter because the qualification stage here, this is essentially a semi-final, a lot of pressure on the girls.
This is a final for both of these teams. They want to be able to go to the quarterfinals, and all of the games that they've played here already will not matter if they don't get the W here. You can see their warm-up and how their body language just shows you how ready they are.
Mozambique with their 1-1 record. They're coming out of Group A. Narrow loss to Nigeria. They picked up a win over Rwanda. That's how they got here. For Guinea, they just haven't found their stride yet. The Lionesses a tad bit slow out of the gates. They've picked up 2 losses and hoping to pick up a win and see if they can change their fate, create some more history, and create an upset in the context of the tournament. Coach Nasir Saleh, he is ready. We have to get into the teams, but we will do that a little bit later because it's time now for the national anthems.
Madame Joy Aboki Olinga. Arbitre en chef, Madame Singo Nadej Zouzou, assistée de Eric Otiekno et Didier Daga. On va se lever pour les hymnes. Merci. Et on commence par l'hymne national de la Guinée. Hymne national du Mozambique.
Time for the exchange of the gifts, but while that is taking place, Asha, we have a chance now to just set the scene a little bit because Guinea, they will be looking to replicate what they did 2 years ago in Rwanda at the same stage, and then they reached the quarterfinal by upsetting Angola in the same qualification to the quarterfinals game. For them, the keys to victory really have to be taking care of the basketball. The turnovers is featured as a big part of the narrative before we get into that, let's have a look at the referees for today's game. Is the crew chief Nadej Zuzu, Eric Otieno out of Kenya, and Didier Gaga from Rwanda. Zuzu, the local referee representing Cote d'Ivoire, and they have a big job ahead of them because this is going to be a high-pressure environment.
This is exactly what they're used to. They're very seasoned referees on the African continent, officiating, of course, in a couple of continental competitions at the national team level, but also in interclubs. And you can see that they're ready. They have their game faces on.
They're not the only one who's got their game faces on. Game faces on courtside for Malik Kone and his troops. When you look at what they have been able to do throughout this competition, they have a lot of pressure. And how do you turn around a couple of losses and get psychologically ready for this one?
Well, it's what you said earlier about them getting to the quarterfinals in the last edition of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket in Kigali. They remember how they felt, the celebrations. You could see them, you know, just enjoying the moment, and they want to be able to feel that kind of vibe here. Yes, they have 2 losses, but when you look at the quality of the players that they have on the court, Maseni Kaba already at 37 points in a combined 2 games performance is just a standout for Guinea.
Starting 5 there, you see Fatima Tejalo, she leads the way from the point guard position.
And you have Nana Suma, Maseni Kaba, Aisha Mara, and Batuli Kamara. That much experience in the starting 5 should get the job done here against Mozambique.
They also have the Diak on the bench, Keita Sako, and Coach Malik Kone. Well, he's a player turned coach and has been given the responsibility of trying to steer the Lionesses to a victory in this must-win game. Served the men's national team and was an assistant on the national team for 3 years, also on the U.S. Virgin Islands national team. But let's have a look now at the pearls of the Indian Ocean.
Sylvia Veloso, Ingvild Mukaro, Lea Donge, Kala Kovana, and Stefania Shiziane. She didn't play in that last game against Nigeria, but she's back straight into the starting 5.
This is a high-powered lineup. They have depth on the bench. Pinto is a name you've got to look out for. The Kovane sisters combine well on the floor. Argilio, he's getting limited minutes with the young star, but this is a man who knows continental success, revered in Mozambique, Narcia Saleh. He's won club continental competition 4 times for Mozambican clubs, and he was instrumental in taking Mozambique to their first ever World Cup appearance. I'm sure that he's going to lean into the experience bank, and he's seen the scenario before. There'll be a lot of composure on the bench for them.
This is his 7th women's AfroBasket competition. He's a man who understands what it means to play on the continent. He has the players. It's a mixture of youth exuberance and experience, of course, in the hands of Ingvild Mukaro, Lea Donge, who are the veterans on this team. They don't have Annabella Kosa, who's suffering a hand injury, but they will be relying on the new talents to bring and create that spark here against Guinea.
Let's talk about Guinea in 2023. Mozambique at the same stage. They played Cote d'Ivoire and they came away with a 70-48 win. They will be looking to replicate that kind of performance in this must-win game.
All right, but to the row, Maseni is spaced out the corner here. Okay? All right, vous avez compris? Si c'est à la bounce, on va les Celtics. Maseni Batule est là, Fat, tu as le ballon. Pap, give the ball, Pap, the ball. Après, Fat, cross-screen basket. Okay, 5. On commence 5. Strength the floor.
Right, it's time now. The final strategies are set and the nerves won't be settled. What we are looking for is cool, calm, composure, execution from both teams. They have well matched up in the different positions. When you look at Makaro's 13 points per game and 7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, matched up against Kaba, who's a power inside the paint.
Kaba nearing, of course, a double-double there. The 2 players, the energy that they bring into this team is even away from the statistics. They are the leaders on the court for both Mozambique and Guinea.
First match here in the qualification to the quarterfinals is on the board. Pass to the corner, first shot from Lucaro doesn't go. They have a missed shot, shallow. Kamara trying to get their team off to a good start. Jallo, early ball pressure. Mara fires a high arcing three, and we are on the board. Three drops in.
Aisha Mara, she has found her range here with the first points of this game, and that's exactly what Guinea like to do. They like to start off with a very high, intense energy, set the tone in the first quarter.
So, first blood goes to Guinea. The drive in from Chiziani's taken away. Good start here for the Lionesses from Guinea. Ball dropped in. Cabo will turn and fire. Comes off the front of the rim. Chased down. Mara almost wrestles that back, but it's going to be Mozambique basketball.
Mozambique, they like to put pressure on the ball, and that's not a surprise that that's how they're starting the game here against Guinea.
Veloso, experience from the University of Cumberland in the US. The shot. Lucaro tries the second three. That is chased by Donge. Has the ball back. Veloso puts the ball on the floor. Now misconnection. And there's a foul call though. So Mozambique will save the possession.
There's so much movement inside the paint there for Mozambique because they keep an eye on Guinea.
So a couple of missed shots here for Mozambique to start out. They want to settle the nerves, look for that first score, see the ball go through the basket. Veloso to inbound. Chance to go to work inside. That doesn't work for Covane. Well covered.
Batuli always in the right place at the right time inside there. It gives them another opportunity at the ball.
Well, now for Kamara, makes the pass, finds Kaba, step back. That one short out of the hand.
They almost got it there, but Lucaro.
Chiziani drops off, and Donge can't find it. The rim has a lid on it right now for Mozambique.
Maybe the rim moved a little inch there for her.
Guinea. Expect some nerves in a game like this. Now a screen violation. I think it is Veloso called. They're trying to get by the contact.
Now there's movement there. The call is very expected.
That's just the first foul for Mozambique. Suma picked up a foul on the other end. Both teams just a foul apiece. We've got substitution as Suma heads off. First bit of action for Sako. Kappa fires off the shot, and there's contact on it, and Kappa's quite a high usage so far inside the paint, and she goes outside and she's able to draw the foul.
Kaba is always the go-to player here for Guinea. She can play on the outside, but also on the inside, causing problems here for Mozambique. But that stretch out at the baseline just gives her an opportunity to have 3 attempts at the free throw line. She misses the first one.
Had spectacular numbers. 17 points, 9.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists in the qualifiers. What she does well as well is she was an all-star in France in the LFB in the 2023-24 season. There's a lot of pedigree, skill. Kokaba gets the 2 of those 3 to 4. Guinea, they're off to a sprightly start.
Mozambique need to react here. They're yet to score in 2 minutes and a half played.
Veloso hoping that they can unlock something. Beautiful pass, and that's a drop-off inside, and Covane is on the board, and so is Mozambique.
Finally, they get the rhythm inside the paint. The communication was perfect for Mozambique, and they get their first points.
Veloso steals it, Veloso drops it in.
And just like that, they have a quick 4 points, and they're back in it.
This has been their calling card. Mozambique defense We spoke about Guinea's ability to keep the ball. They turn it over again, and there is a foul as down on the ground goes Mara. I think she will be whistled.
For a third consecutive time here, the incredible Mozambique defense forces Guinea to turn the ball over, and they had an opportunity to score in transition, but now they'll have to set up once again.
Into a 2-3 zone. Veloso, the architect, Mukaro, who pitches across. Donge hasn't seen too much of the ball. She goes left, finishes right, drops it in.
That's a veteran move there for Leah Donge as she gets points on the board, her first in this game.
There's some trouble now as Guinea is starting to struggle to bring the ball across that half court. Donge, this is her 7th AfroBasket. She is a talisman inside the paint for the Pearls. Mozambique first lead of the contest. They go 6 points unanswered. Kamara. 3-ball from the corner. That one is blocked partially. They'll pick up possession and push back up the floor.
That's the second air ball here for Guinea. The shot selection there, a bit of a problem for them.
Mukaro drives base. Well, beautiful pass to the wide open shooter. Chiziane's shot rattles up, but it's chased down and put back in as Donge is on the board for the second field goal.
Back-to-back baskets there for Leah Donge as she comes alive here, and Mozambique take a 3-point lead.
He is going to try and lead this from the front in that matchup against Kaba. Mara is left alone. Mara lines it up. That one off, but it's chased down. Kaba will hook it up. And just a step behind the pace of play right now, it seems. Kaba can't quite, or hasn't quite announced herself in this one.
The momentum is with Mozambique right now, but look at the ability of Leah Donge to go back to the basket there. There was no defense really that could stop her, and she made her 4 points already here in this game.
Veloso. 6.5 points per game for her in just 20 minutes played. There's a shot from Kovane. Rebound is picked up and given to Sako. Kaba. Guinea under some pressure. Offense is starting high. Now the drive from Sako steps through the defense. Called for the travel.
Yet another missed chance here for Guinea to add to their count. They haven't been able to score since Mozambique started their run from 0 points to 8. And like you said, Q, the pressure is now on Guinea.
Well, the substitution, another one, Suma is back. Mara will take a breather. So for Coach Kone now, he's trying to see if he can find an additional link, additional ball carrier to help under the pressure. There's a Kovane that heads to the bench for Coach Sale. Chiziane pitches it to the corner. Mukaro. Veloso will fire off a 3 of her own. Kamara and Donge battle for it, patched or passing the Pavakaba, and now a chance for Suma out on the break. Shorts the layup. Wow, that one should have been finished, but now a chance for Mozambique, who have some numbers on the counter-attack. The corner shot comes off again. Back and forth we go with finishing, struggling here. The struggles at the rim for both teams, and there is Suma traveled.
Wow, the defense that Mozambique have been able to execute here in transition has been a problem for Guinea as they continue to struggle every time that they have the ball. It was 1v1 there with Suma coming up against Veloso. She had her eyes on the board, but the walk just was not good enough to help them here. 7 rebounds for both of the teams on the floor.
Getting good quality looks early. Our Guinea, they just aren't able to finish. Zita is in. Donge steps back. That looked comfortable, but it's strong work on the board. And Pinto, she drops that in. 2 points as she comes right in and is effective.
And those I have first points here for the day. 4 players for Mozambique contributing to the 10, and 4 of those for Leia Donke.
Shania Pinto having an impact already. Kamara kicks to Kaba. Kaba, that pass finds recipient top of the key, and that's a nice bit of shooting. It'll give Guinea some confidence. Sidibe on the board.
And after a 10-0 run there for Mozambique, finally Guinea find their range with those extra 2 points, and now it's a 3-point game.
Mozambique looking to reply. Zita lines it up and it knocks it down.
And that is beautiful shooting there from the right side of the court here. She had acres of space and delivered the goods for Mozambique.
Well, Mozambique, now they look like they've started to find their flow offensively. Suma, yep, runs into some trouble. That ball is pitched out. They have length and athleticism in abundance. It's part of the reason that they pushed Nigeria all the way in the group stages, almost enacting an upset. That would have been one for the books, but they've got to put a performance together here to Mozambique.
Yeah, that game is in the past, but they'll try to get some positives from there.
Mukauro! Rangefinder is good as she knocks in a 3-pointer.
And that's back-to-back there for Mozambique. On the left this side for Mukauro.
Now
First points of the game.
Is Mozambique who pushed up to a 9-point lead. Suma and Guinea looking for a reply. Kamara behind the back. Kamara gets to a good position, can't finish it inside again.
There's so much pressure on her there in terms of the defense from Mozambique.
They go into a place that's worked well for them. You see 10 points in the paint there as Donge tries to make it 12, draws the foul. Physical presence, and you have to account for every time she gets the ball.
Her experience and expertise means that every time she gets the ball, 3 players will be on her, as we see.
Well, that is a contact situation there. Inadvertent contact. This might be a cut. And you see the concern from teammates. Probably going to be a forced substitution, Usher.
That's what it looks like there. And it seems to be Kaba. Looks like Kaba is on the floor, looking at the players who are back on the bench.
Well, they're going to take a timeout now as Kaba receives attention. This is going to be a strategic challenge now for coach from Guinea, and Kone. He's got to make some adjustments because his star, it seems, is not available.
Tu arrives, la fois tu es open. Pourquoi tu pars? Arrête-toi, passe le ballon, la fois tu es open. Est-ce que tu comprends? Et puis contre-attaque, la fille elle vient ici, tu jogues ici, tu regardes la fille, elle est en train de dribbler. Qu'est-ce que vous faites? On a commencé bien parce qu'il y a execution. We move the ball, good spacing, ball movement, transition, offense. Est-ce que vous comprenez? Est-ce que vous avez compris? Maintenant, ils ont marqué 6 points, 7 points, rebond, put back, et puis les pertes de ball encore. On commence à faire. Si tu ne peux pas, donne le ballon et tu viens prendre le ballon. Ok. Ouais, on va aller strong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rentre. Take Nana.
That timeout technical, but also gives the medical staff some time to work on Kaba, who's gone down. She's going to receive attention, and I don't know if we'll see her back, but I'm pretty sure if there is a way for her to come back, she will want to be on this floor fighting for her country, trying to get them through this game.
Well, such incidents come with the territory. It is a contact sport there, and it seems like the referees will relook at the situation there. There will be an official review.
Act violence.
By 11 white.
Yes, by 11 white, yes.
Yep. Take the camera from the last play. Can we have
Let's
the
go.
last action?
Let's go, let's go.
Normal play, normal speed.
Normal, yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Back, back,
Okay, play.
play.
Normal. There, turn. Okay, let's have the next
Next, the,
baseline camera.
yes.
From the baseline, from the end line. Camera, please. Yes, that one. Yes, let's play. Normal speed. And then you zoom in. And then when point of contact. There you go. All right. Let's check here. Zoom in and let's see
Yes,
the point
zoom,
of contact.
zoom, yes.
All right, let's play it. There you go. There. Them. Play it. There you go. Up.
Let's up. After to
Okay.
maybe to the, what do you think?
All right, see. Hit. Let's see again one more time.
Yeah.
Yes. So, there you go. Then up.
Frame
again.
by flame,
Frame. There you go.
flame.
Check it. Elbow. Yes. Legal defense. There is forearm.
Yes.
From what I see, there's
To-
forearm hit on the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's okay. Hit on the face. So in after review,
Yeah, after review, what is that?
I feel that contact is an excessive contact
Yes,
on the face, on the head.
yes.
So 11 white. We're gonna have 11 white and sportsmanlike
Sportsmanlike
foul.
foul.
And then we have you call number 5
Yes.
on foul on him, on her. You call number 5.
Yes, number
Yes.
5 out. After, out to spot more like foul.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So foul, shooting foul
Yes, after.
for 5, 2
Yes,
shots.
2 shots
and then
and,
we have 11 white and sportsmanlike
sportsmanlike
foul.
foul, yes.
Check. Yeah, let's go. 2 shots.
Okay. The initial decision, number 5. That 2 shot. Number 11, anti-spot foul, 2 shot and 12.
You heard it right there from the officials, and the decision is in. Sure, Leah Donge not going to feel too happy about the outcomes from that one, so she's given the unsportsmanlike foul. She'll get the chance to shoot 2 free throws, and then on the other side, the unsportsmanlike call. So Kaba, who's not on the floor, her replacement will come in and have to shoot those 2 fouls. And a little bit of drama already here in Palais de Sport.
It is a qualification to the quarterfinals. It's going to be as physical as it can get between these 2 teams fighting to go to the last 8. But for Leah Donge, she now has to focus on those free throws.
Donge drops in there, holds her composure.
She was 3 for 5 on the free throw line against Nigeria in that 55-60 loss to the defending champions. Already has 1. Makes the second one as well, and is up to 6 points here.
A very successful player for her country and representing Primero de Agosto at club level continentally. Leah Donge now the chance on the other side for Guinea just to steal back some momentum. Mara is back in, going to take the free throws.
Kudos to her, of course, for just staying composed under the circumstances there after Maseni Kaba had to leave the court and is receiving treatment. Guinea with the ball possession here.
Aisha Mara gets 2 back. It's back to a 9-point game. Guinea, Kamara, shot is a bit strong as well. Rebounded and controlled as Mukaro. Kicks out, Donge all alone. Donge drops it in.
That's the 3rd 3-pointer here for Mozambique. Earlier, Ingvild Mukaro and Cavani were able to open it up there. And Zita, actually.
Just so much time and space there in the Donge make it look like a practice shot in the gym as she knocks that in. The pass to the corner. Chalo looking to reply. The rebound is well chased down. And in there is Nafisatao Diak working hard, but the ball eventually goes out of bounds.
Mozambique is doing a great job defensively in terms of getting those rebounds, which gives them an opportunity to restart here.
Brocaro is lighting up the three-point line. Mozambique, they found their rhythm from the outside. That is their fourth three.
And she's 50% from behind the arc. Just beautiful to see her come alive here.
Diak, good move again. The rim just not being friendly here for Guinea. Donge bounces, the defense closes. Kick out to Pinto's shot. Bounces up off the rim. They will hold the possession. Well, after early dominance from Guinea, it's been all Mozambique since then.
15-point lead here for Mozambique as once again they set up in that zone.
The kick out to Kamara, who lines up her second three-pointer. That one doesn't fall as well. Donge cleaning. No-look pass. Pinto drops another one in. 5 threes now for Mozambique from the perimeter.
A 16-point lead thanks to the three-point line there for Mozambique, and they've really come alive after going down by 6 points.
Well, it's the tale of two quarters, I suppose. The first bit, so Mozambique trailed just a little bit, but now it's 27-9 at the end of the first quarter. Mozambique in control.
Mozambique like to get things done very early and just get settled in, but they'll not be taken away from the focus here.
Well, the struggles from the field feel like they were long lost when you look at the stats as they break down.
100% on the free throw line thanks to Lea Donge there, but the 5 3-pointers here for Mozambique, 45% on the behind the arc is just incredible to see here for Mozambique. It's what has been the difference for them.
They have shot the ball remarkably well. That has opened up the three-point line. Mara got us started in this one, dropping in that back shot, and it was supposed to be a signal that Guinea were on their way, but this really, I think, where Mozambique started to wrestle back momentum. The steal from Veloso and her getting out on the break.
Those points is what gave Mozambique the confidence to continue pressing Guinea every time they had the ball, and the involvement of Lea Donge on the baseline to make that combination and bring out the team chemistry is what gave them a great lead here. Zita with the three-pointer, Donge with the bucket under the paint is what just kept Mozambique going in this fixture against Guinea in the first quarter.
They were on fire, and Guinea had no water in the tank to try and stop it in the first quarter, because the three-point line really just, there's been a point of emphasis. Bucaro found a bit of flow, and the scoring has really spread for the Pearls from the Indian Ocean. Courtside 1891. Scan the QR code and you'll be able to catch the live stream, get some schedules, extended highlights, and really just keep up to date with the world of basketball, FIBA's world of basketball.
Absolutely great stats there for Mozambique. We spoke about the high pressure on the ball causing Guinea to turnover, but they've managed to score 12 points from turnovers here, Mozambique, and 10 of those in the paint have just given them an edge here, and that has earned Lea Donge just some time on the bench to catch her breath.
9 Lea Donge points, the lead all scorer. She'll just take a little bit of a breather, rest up. I'm sure we'll see her back on the floor, but for now, Diak. Sumat drops into the pass with Diak, kick out Sako. That is picture perfect as the three falls.
That's the energy you want to start the quarter with, and as a substitute, as a player who's just come on, that's great contribution there for Guinea, and they're up to double digits finally.
Ideal way to start the second quarter, see if they can counter with a run of their own. Zita pulls back. Pinto, who's had the hot hand. Pinto shot Comes off the front eye and try to put the ball on the floor and attack. Suma. Guinea, they need a score here. First part of the job done. They get a stop, trying to make this possession spark a run of their own. Drop off to Kamara, finishes. Nice work from Diak to see Kamara open on the baseline.
That's a quick 5 points here for Guinea. Whatever was said at the break was going to be very important.
Now Diak goes down. She's holding her knee. I don't think there was any contact there. Coach Nasir Saleh got a couple of words for his players on the floor there, having a word with Kovane. Well, Diak, this again, see her, and it looks like she just, the foot fell awkwardly, maybe some moisture on the floor there, but that's a concern.
That is a huge concern there for Guinea, because they already have Maseni Kaba, who's one of their very important players, out of the game, nursing that injury that she got earlier. So for Diak to come off, they'll need to regroup. She can still put pressure on her leg. We see her getting treatment from the bench. But for Mozambique now, they need to put some points on the board.
Well, this is tactically going to test Coach Musa Kone while he's trying to figure out what he can do with his players who are unavailable. Pinto, that looked like it was online. They pick up the board. Mukaro will shoot another one. Pinto cleans up. Third chance opportunity here. Kick to Pinto. Shot looked short off the hand. This time, Guinea actually control on the third miss.
Mozambique are yet to score in this second quarter. It's almost 2 minutes now. And Guinea on the other side have managed to get in a quick 5.
Yeah, they needed to do that. Ball is turned over. They have numbers on the break, and Zita too casual with it. Blows the opportunity to break the run here from Guinea.
That's good reaction from Guinea, and it pays off as they regain the ball possession here.
Suma to Sako. The ball is turned over again. They have another break. They miss once again on the finish. Kick to Pinto. It's gone off the boil from the three-point line. That's the third miss now in a row. Scramble for the ball on the floor, and the jump ball is called. Possession arrow, it sides with Mozambique.
Mozambique look a little bit different from what we saw in the first quarter. Leah watching on unbelievably as we look at the replay here for her three-pointer, to just really show how versatile she is. She can shoot from the outside. She's able to control the pace of the game on the inside, and just a very important player for this Mozambique team.
They haven't scored since she's been off the floor. Sita, another three ball that just can't find the rim, and maybe time now for Mozambique to reconsider their strategy, because gone scoreless since the resumption of this first quarter. Kamara jabs. Kamara stepping through. Travel is called.
Well, that really looked good there for Batili Kamara, but on the other side, we're speaking about the ability of Guinea to pick those defensive rebounds, 11 in total already, and that has given them some comfort and a cushion to help them going on the offensive side.
27-14, timeout called. Mozambique trying to reset their strategy.
Pressiona o primeiro base, tu pressionas o segundo base, tá? O segundo base, tá? Defesa 1. Se o teu homem criar o flanco, mantém contacto dentro. Tu com o primeiro homem dentro, que vai fazer o flash dentro, e Carla com o homem que vai jogar mais próximo da área, que é a menina do lenço, tá? Eleger o primeiro da frente. Jogamos drag, tá? Com Carla embaixo, com a Stefania em cima, com o lado contrário, tá? Mas tu atacar a bola, tá? Ataca o meio, se houver ajuda, atenção ao kick, extra passe dentro. Se não pudermos lançar, top strike, penetrar, ou seja, tá bem? Vamos lá. Após ponto equipa, após ponto 41, vamos lá. Após ponto 41, bora. Vamos lá, vamos lá.
Time for Mozambique to see if they can get themselves on the board here. It's been, again, a good start at the start of the quarter for Guinea, much like the first quarter. And what they want to do is change the outcome this time and see if they can make some inroads into the lead.
Well, there it is. 13-point game here for Mozambique.
Francisco drops in the shots, comes in off their timeout, and that's a nice confidence booster for her.
It means that they had Coach Nasir Saleh, and coincidentally, Leia Donge is back on the floor, and that's when they've scored.
Got to be something to do with Donge's presence. That rebound is fantastic. Inside! Power play. Got to love the work from Sidibe.
That is their third offensive rebound, Guinea, and it pays off that she was in the right place at the right time.
Donge, kick to the corner. Francisco. Chiziani lines up the shot. They still can't score from the three-point line, but they can score inside as Kovane picks up the rebound and picks up the and-one opportunity.
That is back-to-back baskets there for Mozambique, and they finally have found that rhythm. She has an opportunity to make it a three-point play here if she converts on the free throw line. But look at the way she's able to beat that Guinean defense, get the ball, put it back, and deliver those 2 points.
Carla Covarde, the younger of the two sisters that are on the Mozambican national team. She drops in the three-point plays, received 27 minutes a game, is very used here by Coach Saleh. Ball is picked off, and trapped in is Chiziane. Now, again, Mozambique, that timeout has made a big difference for them.
Absolutely. Mozambique have come from not scoring in this quarter to making a quick 7 points, and they've matched what Guinea had managed to do earlier.
Now, chance here for Guinea to try and reset, take control of the basketball, try and get into their half court.
16 points from turnovers here for Mozambique, just 2 for Guinea.
That is the 11th turnover of the game for Guinea. And they have averaged 34 turnovers in those first 2 games. And the defensive pressure starting to pay dividends for the Mozambicans. Cavani. Pass. Now kicked out by Francisco. Donge has hit one, but that one comes off the front iron.
There's no one to rebound the ball there for Mozambique, but Sako in charge here.
Guinea to Kamara. Turns. Again, will fire off the 3 overall. Donge cleans up. They're going to look to break out in transition. Donge coast to coast, and it's a bucket that falls in.
That's a very powerful message there sent from Leia Donge. She's up to 8 points here and leading all the scorers in this game.
Power play from Leia Donge. Getting the work done near jump ball call as Chiziani gets tangled up right there. It's Guinea basketball.
It just shows you that there are no easy things here. Donge with the power and the precision here to give Mozambique the advantage.
She has well and truly led the way, has Leia Donge. She's got 11 points, 9 fast break points.
And 9 fast break points there for Mozambique, 9 for Guinea.
Zita, well, Argilu kicks out to Donge. Donge in rhythm. She is unstoppable. They need to continue feeding her the basketball.
She is their go-to player right now, Mozambique, and they're making no mistake. They're opening up spaces for her, and it's counting great points for them.
Donge inside. Kaba has made a recovery. She's back on the floor. Shot goes in. And Mozambique, it's like they are sparked out of the timeout, and they go 41-16 the score now.
Absolutely great to see them just come alive here. 6 3-pointers for Mozambique, and that explains the 25-point difference.
Francisco fires off a quick fire shot. Chiziani there on the rebound. Now a chance for Veloso, or Bruna Argilio, who drops in the shot. And, well, the floodgates have opened in terms of the scoring here as Mozambique, they go on another scoring run, 44 points to 16.
Wow, look at the distance that she had between her and the defender, and the way she's able to put it up in the air. It's a swish, and it was just all about the net and the celebration from the bench of Mozambique.
First minutes in the tournament for Argelio. She gets the score. We have a timeout call.
That's a fast break. He went fast break. He scored on that. We start the game with moving the ball. On jouait très bien en équipe. Maintenant, on commence à faire individuel. Ça va pas marcher. L'équipe là shoot the ball. Now we're going to go on defense. We're going to go 3. OK? On part 1, 2, parce qu'ils ont des shooters là, à l'aile. OK? À 3, défense. Vous avez compris? En attaque, move the ball. I say that. Trust me.
2 possessions before that, they took shots. I thought that was, she was in the free throw line. It's a bad shot. I'll take accountability.
Okay.
We had 2 bad shots before that.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go.
Keep telling you're better inside. 1, 2, 3.
Guinea.
Trying to stem the flow of scoring from Mozambique, who've just gone on a rampage after a quiet start again at the beginning of the second quarter, Asha.
Yeah, 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter, and Mozambique have gone on a 17-point run here, and it's really paid off. 3-pointers raining from all angles, but defense has been the key for them.
Shot from Mara, trying to seize back some momentum, but Leah Donge with momentum of her own, attacking hard. The drop-off pass is well defended. This is good from Guinea. Chiziane is drawn into the foul. Nice aggression here. There's something that can help them just pick up momentum. You see the work from Jallo.
Jallo was able to protect the ball there. Chiziane caught with her hand out there, and Guinea will have an opportunity to inbound.
Chiziane has 5 points. Kovane has 5. Leah Donge, whenever she's on the floor, seems to be the key to the Mozambican chemistry, because they just have a knack for just putting it all together. Baseline drive. The runner called for the offensive foul, Jallo.
That is the second team foul here for Guinea. The way that she put her hand out there in Pinto's chest is what has caused the foul to be called.
.44 points to 16. Pinto. Argilio kicks to the corner. They're moving the ball around the zone now. You see the attack from Kovane, blocked by Kaba. The chance here for Guinea to counter-attack. Sako holds up and looks for Jallo. Trying to work around the Kaba screen. Kamara holds for a second. Well defended. The ball is picked off. Pinto has options. Manages to keep possession as she spills to the floor. Argilio, Kovane, top of the key, left alone. Well, the shot goes wide.
Good rebound there from Aisha Mara to help Guinea reset here.
Defensive intensity seems to be lacking here from Guinea on the other side. Mara kicks to the corner. Jallo, feet set, knocks down the 3 ball.
Beautifully done there for Guinea, and it looks like it's been counted as 2 points.
Well, just inside, then foot on the line. 2 is called. Argilio will try 3 of her own. Hit one from there earlier. Now a battle is Francisco trying to steal the ball back, and Aisha Mara in the mix of things as well.
Looking at the replay there, Mara just literally holding on to Francisco. And that is definitely a foul. 3 team fouls here for Guinea. They'll have to be more careful going forward, but 2 personal ones for Aisha Mara.
Argilio Pinto lines up with 3, and if she finds a 3 here, she hit a couple in the first, she gets 1 in the second.
Just beautifully done as Mozambique go up to 47 points before the halftime break.
Kamara. Suma trying to get creative with the ball in hand. The shot is cleaned up, and off they go. Out on the break again, Chiziani. Nilsa Chiziani with the ball.
35% there from the field for Mozambique, and for Guinea, 4 for 9. You see that Mozambique have really been involved with the ball better. The scoreline says that.
Pinto kicking the ball out. Argilio. Pinto. Well, fires off a shot of a roll. They're looking for the contact call. Nothing from the referees. Northwest Florida State, where she plays a basketball. Pass picked off. And they again, in transition, shorts the shot. Pinto, that was maybe a tad bit adventurous from her, trying to, and it felt a little bit forced there on the shot in the corner.
She had some space there, but there's a foul on the inside.
4th team foul now for Guinea. Substitution sees Batuli Kamara and Suma off. Sidi Bay back in. Nafisa Tau Diak has recovered. She's back on the floor. Just a lull, 47-18. It's been a very good quarter for Mozambique. Pinto asks for it back. Govane, quick movement. Francisco. Ball is tapped back into Chiziani's part. Jump ball called. Mozambique basketball. Possession arrow, it points in that direction. Guinea, they have more questions than answers at this point.
3 personal fouls there for Aisha Mara. She'll have to be careful for her to stay on the court longer.
Now Bruna Argilio from Ferroviario de Maputo spills the ball. Shallow. Well, she might be the answer that Guinea need to help spark the offense. Fatoumata Jallo.
As the floor general here for Guinea, that's expected of her to really continue to attack the defense here, create problems for Mozambique, and get a couple of those free throw points.
Swedish Ghanaian guard who plays at Bryant University, played at Bryant University in the US, or plays at Alvik basketball in Sweden now. Had some really, this is her 3rd AfroBasket, averaging 8 points for Guinea. Inside, Diak working. This is good from Guinea. They're starting to find ways to fight back. It's got to be possession by possession. 1 or 2 runs and it becomes more interesting.
Specifically in the last 2 minutes, we've seen them really find ways of attacking the basket. They can smell that reaction there from Mozambique, both teams with 4 team fouls. And if they can just get Mozambique to foul again, then every trip there will mean a chance to score on the free throw line, but it's under 1 minute to go here in the second quarter.
Strong box out. Ball into the hands of Shania Pinto. Pinto driving on, but too much on the pass, goes over the head of Argilio.
Now 33.1 seconds to go as you see Ingvild Mokaro just react to that.
Pinto trying to rescue back this possession that she threw away, but it's right there. Trying to close out the quarter the way they've played this quarter. Just 10 points for Guinea to the 20 of Mozambique. Here in the third. Drive in, strong from Sidibe. That's good body language, nice aggressive play.
They've consistently done that, and you can see that it's working for them. 16 bench points there for Mozambique, 5 for Guinea. So much of the contribution there from the second 5 of Mozambique, as we see Ingvild Mokaro on the bench, Leah Donge on the bench. Probably Coach Nasir Saleh looking to bring them back fresh in that third quarter.
Fanta Sidibe, her first AfroBasket, the young 19-year-old, plays in for Panthers basketball in Guinea. And trying to earn some more minutes here. This is their potentially their final 20 minutes in the tournament. So gotta leave it all on the floor. It's win or go home. Shot from the corner. Falls in, and Francisco hits as the three-point line continues to be a source of joy for Mozambique.
That is great shooting there for them. 9 3-pointers already.
And that is going to bring this quarter to an end. It's Mozambique who powered their way to a 30-point lead at halftime. Mozambique 50, Guinea, they have 20. And there's going to be some work to do at the half.
So much work to be done by Guinea, but for Mozambique, they'll be very pleased with that 50 points in 2 quarters. That gives them a chance to lay back and be comfortable. But the difference here, 9 3-pointers for Mozambique and just 2 for Guinea have been the difference here for them.
They shot the ball outstandingly well, 50% from the field, and that +6 differential on the rebound side. And that number that will always be a concern as far as Guinea has got to be the 16 turnovers in the first half. And let's have a look at the scorers.
Leah Donge, captain, fantastic, leading all scorers on the floor with 13, Pinto with 8, Mukara with the 6, Aisha Mara with the 5, and Kamara Batuli with just 1 more than that, and Sako with that 3-pointer that was very timely for Guinea. But so much work has to be done by the West Africans to stay alive here against Mozambique.
Second quarter was filled with action. Here are some of the plays that broke down, and a ray of light there for Guinea on the catch and shoot from the outside as they looked to try and start the second quarter. Well, they did. Batuli Kamara there on the interior, the extra pass, and if they could just figure out a way to continue the energy that they start the quarters with, they'll probably be in a better place.
Consistency is the name of the game here. We've seen Mozambique execute on that front. They've tried to be putting so much pressure on Guinea on defense and being able to score from the turnovers. 27 points for Mozambique in the first quarter, 23 in the second quarter, but for Guinea, 9 in the first, 11 in the second is not just good enough to compete against Mozambique here.
26 attempts from the three-point line for Mozambique in that first half. Leah Donge, floor leader. This is probably the personification of a leadership, picking up the rebound and going down the floor coast to coast.
21 points for Mozambique from turnovers just speaks again to their defense, and that has been a huge factor in helping them to establish a 30-point lead at halftime.
Argilio closed out the quarter with that wonderful shot, and that is one of the 9 3-pointers. It's Mozambique in firm control here at the Palais du Sport.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot. Earned. Taken.
Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat,
Ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
Rosine Michamiza attempts the 3 points, nets it. It was all about the net there. It's a swish, nicely done from Michamiza. Joe McCann misses her shot attempt, and on the other side gets involved on defense trying to block Kaba.
Ibrahim showing some great footwork. Wow, what a superb finish. And fancy footwork there from Ibrahim. Kamara looking to go to Musa. Stange picks up the pass, and there's a beautiful feed ahead. Drops in every moment.
Mozambique has came out and started the game well with that steal and a 2-point basket.
Ethiopia attacks the basket and good. It is a foul. Impressive finish there.
Waraga makes a crucial free throw, pushes it up to a 6-point differential. Drop-off pass, perfect from Lucas. That is a pinpoint pass, and it's easily dropped in by Peso. Step back 3. Look good, out of the hand. Side, he spins! Gets the bucket, and you can count the and one. Again, we get to see what her footwork and her handwork combined as she picks up 2 points. Mara driving in, sent right back. And Lamunu has a message for Mara on the defensive end. Been lethal from the outside, set back by Akpana. Turns, well contested again. Well, great work there by Okonkwo. A chance for Nigeria out on the fast break. Carlo, set back. Udo Katente says, get that out of here.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
We are back in Abidjan, and it is the qualification to the quarterfinals that is unfolding here, the first of our games, and Mozambique firmly in control. And Guinea trying to fight their way back. Top scorer for Guinea, Aisha Mara. She started up from the three-point line, just 5 points, but they've got to continue to try to ride the scoring. It was difficult without Kaba on the floor.
Without Kaba, who suffered a head injury earlier, Aisha Mara stepped up and took the lead here on offense for Guinea, but they still have so much work to do. But let's look at the replay there. She was able to find her range from the left side thanks to a Jallo assist who saw her, and she was able to beat that infield Mokaro defense.
This is her 4th AfroBasket. Aisha Mara, she can lean in on all of that experience. The 29-year-old French Ghanaian guard will probably look to lead the way, but the floor leader for Mozambique, Leah Donge, well, she continues to just be inspirational on the floor. 13 big points to lead all scorers.
She is 5 for 8 from the field, 62.5%, got a 3 in, and was able to also do so much work in terms of getting that offensive rebound, putting the ball back into the paint. But just look at how she squares off. It was very unexpected, and the Guinean defense was caught off guard. Swish and net, and what it means to her there, Leah Donge, the captain of the Mozambican ship.
Showcasing all of her versatility, speed up the floor, probably the play of the first half, the coast-to-coast take, leading the way and dropping that in. Lots of strength, but hit one from a longer range, took a step in. You just see how skillful she is on the offensive end.
A veteran of the game of basketball on the African continent, Leah Donge, always being the spark that Mozambique need whenever she plays at this stage on the African continent. And you can see that in the way that her teammates trust her whenever they give her the ball, whenever they involve her, but also really they respect what she does whenever she steps on the floor.
Taking care of the basketball, that's going to be the theme for Guinea when the play does resume. They turned the ball over 16 times, had 39 turnovers in the game against Senegal, and that is something that I'm sure that is going to be spoken about at halftime. They've got to get into their half-court sets, try to limit try to control the pace and tempo of the game, and see if they can make Mozambique play their game as opposed to the other way around.
They have the ability, Guinea, to shoot from the outside, but they have to be a little bit patient as we see Leah Donge return to the court with the Mozambicans just locked in and trying to see if they can seal the deal here and get a place in the last 8.
8 of the Mozambican players have been able to score, but here we look at Mara with her 5. Kamara, or Batuli Kamara, has at least had some presence inside with her 5 rebounds, and Diak, before she went off with that injury, looked like she's recovered, but she was really a spark plug. And when Kaba and Diak both went off, you almost felt the momentum removed from Guinea on the floor. Maybe they can help spark them back in the second half.
They are the heart and soul of the team, but Malik Kone continues to inspire this Guinean side. Aisha Mara will once again be the go-to player for Guinea here against Mozambique.
She's a FIBA-coded playmaker with multiple AfroBasket cycles, plays for Monaco in France. And she has got to be the playmaker and the scorer that Guinea require in the second half. And see if they can just make some inroads and make this one interesting. Mozambique, they relied on their defense. It's been their calling card, but also they have that floor leader, Donge, with 13 and 7 on the inside.
She's 3 rebounds away from a double-double here for Mozambique, but Mokaro continuing to, yes, play the defense, but also every time she drives into the paint, she can put the ball out on the outside. She already has the 2 assists here for Mozambique, and also really one of the leaders of Mozambique.
11 team assists to go alongside the 11 offensive rebounds, and then you have those numbers there from Donge. It's a fantastic team performance. They 50 points in the half, tells you how well they've shot and scored the ball, and they will be trying to see if they can keep the same energy, the same execution. That's the job for Mozambique in the second half.
Mozambique, one of the powerhouses of African basketball, just here to ensure that they maintain that legacy, that pedigree, and we already see it in the first 2 quarters of this game against Guinea. Nasir Saleh, very experienced coach, 4-time African champion with Desportivo de Maputo in 2007 and 2008, Liga Sportiva in 2012, and Ferroviario de Maputo just last year, winning with that player on your screen, Ingvild Mokaro.
And of course, coach Mozambique in 2017 at the AfroBasket to a 4th place, and it took them to their first ever World Cup in Turkey. A lot of coaching legacy, a lot of success that he's going to try and tap into. But the first part of the job is he's got to close out the next 20 minutes. There's some Guinea fans in the house. They've been a little bit restrained. Their team, not the best first half. They can bounce back here in the second. They've just got to start with the first couple of possessions.
And of course, Guinea neighbors with Cote d'Ivoire here. There's a huge population in Abidjan. They want to support their team, and they hope for a comeback here. 30-point difference as we go into the 3rd quarter.
Final chance for strategy before we start the second half.
We're going to go horns out, OK? Fatou, Masseni va faire l'écran, Fatou, tu seras là. C'est comme le terrain, vous voyez, comme ça. Fatou, tu es là, Nana, tu es à côté là. Tu attaques Yousé. En même temps, Aïcha, tu descends. Tu descends là. Après, Masseni vient faire des pin down pour toi, tu sors pour prendre le ballon là. Si on parle de shoot, c'est faut que tu passes à Masseni ici, one-on-one. OK? Après, Fatou, tu es là, space out. Aïcha, tu es là, Batoul est là. Vous avez compris? C'est bon? Defense. Let's start 5 now. Let's go 5. Look at Ice. Nana, tu te rappelles Ice? Faut pas qu'elle tourne. OK? See a dribble handoff. See a dribble handoff, go under.
Courtside 1891, you can download the app, scan the QR code, and you can be a part of the action here in the FIBA world. We have 20 minutes of fantastic basketball that still remains, because this is the first of our quadruple header, the 4 games on this game day. It's the knockout section. 4 teams today will be heading home. 4 will advance to the quarterfinals.
2 losses for Guinea already in that group with Senegal and Uganda, but they have an opportunity here to turn things around if they can win this qualifier.
Guinea trying to keep their final 20 minutes alive, and Kaba, that's a great start for Guinea, going to Kaba on the inside.
Go-to player here for Guinea, Kaba, up to 4 points.
Kind of start that Guinea will want. Donge will elevate up and over, and picking up where she left off in the first half. 2 confident points up to 15 now for Donge.
That's the leadership that we were speaking about earlier. 71% from the field, and just continuing to be a problem here for Guinea.
Certainly looks like she's found a rhythm, but call for the foul. First foul of the second half, second foul for Donge. Trying to plead a case. Just the leg that gets into the body there of Jalo.
Well, she fouled out against Nigeria, and that could have played a factor in the way that Mozambique were approaching the game, but 2 personal fouls in the 3rd quarter shouldn't be so bad for Lea Donge now.
Mara, kick to the corner with wide open shot. Scramble for the rebound. Donge holds as the Kovane taps it in her direction. Veloso is back on the floor. She drives. That's well defended. Jallo is able to block it. It's still Mozambique basketball. Kovane strong on the shot. Kamara skies. That's her 6th board. Doing a good job. This is the ideal start. Veloso trying to pick Jallo. The pass is errant off the foot of Kaba. Another turnover for Guinea.
Great awareness there from Lea Donge.
Long-range shot is good, and that is Chiziani. Well, their offense is just looking fantastic.
10 3-pointers here for Mozambique. They've come alive and just continue to cause damage.
55 ploys, 22. 8 minutes. Pass to Kaba. Sharp work on the defensive end and taps the ball back. Mukaro gives a chance for Cavani to attack and draws Kamara into the foul.
Well, Nasir Saleh just looking on. Of course, a little bit content, but they have to stay with that foot on the pedal.
Spoke about the Ferroviario de Maputo and Coach Saleh picking up the championship. Carlo Cavani part of that team. 12 points for her, 6.5 rebounds, 27 minutes a game in this championship. She had 15 points against Rwanda.
And she makes the first one, the second one up to 6 points now. And that's the beauty about this Mozambican side. Lea Donge, Ingvild Mukaro contributing, but Cavani in there to support them.
The pass is picked off as Chiziani trying to get right in that lane. 19.5 points of turnovers for Mozambique is what they've averaged over the first 2 games. 16.5 points on the fast break. It's part of their DNA, the way they play basketball. You see here, Chiziani.
It's been called as an unsportsmanlike foul there on Nana Suma. That's why she's on the free throw line by herself.
That clear path and the opportunity to get it in, but the free throw line, well, that is probably the one area that Mozambique will want to see some improvement from as they now go 4 of 8.
50%, but not too worried because they're doing so much of the work elsewhere.
Donge travels, turnover.
Yeah, the frustration there on her face. She acknowledges that it was indeed a walk. She'll fall back for defense.
Seems to be relishing the matchup against Kaba inside the page. Certainly has played up. Just lead all scorers with 15 points here. Standout performer for Mozambique in this game. Jallo. Aishamara. Jallo will fire off a 3, and that's clean shooting from Jallo.
That's a perfect way of reacting to that 2-3 defense that Mozambique had set up.
Now a quick reply, looking for a quick reply. Veloso in some trouble. And its last touch, Mara tapped out, blocked.
Looking at the replay there, Jallo with the fine shooting there for the 3rd 3-pointer for Guinea out of 11 attempts.
Cavani well, sees Veloso on the baseline. Donge is calling for it. She'll try another 3. Mukaro hustles the board back. They have another possession. Chiziani. Super long-range shot falls in, and there is fire, heat streaks around the 3-point line here for Mozambique.
The hit map is really looking so good here for Mozambique, and Chiziani just up to 13 points here.
They can do no wrong. Tita's on the rim, even that falls the way of this Mozambican team. Donge finds some space, superb work. Well, fancy footwork there from Donge, and she scores again.
Donge up to 17 points there, just continuing to put pressure on Guinea. They're yet to find any answers to stop her.
Ball almost taken away by Veloso. Unsportsmanlike call again.
61 points for Mozambique. They've limited Guinea to 25 halfway through the 3rd quarter. And 3 personal fouls there for Jallo. She's the primary ball handler here for Guinea, and they need her to stay on the court as much as possible.
Timeout called. It's Mozambique in firm control, 61-25.
Position, the ball's on top of our head like this.
How many times j'ai dit ça, tu peux traiter? Vous êtes là, vous mettez le ballon ici, j'ai dit, tu peux pas mettre le ballon là, sous ta tête là. Pomme fake, le ballon, tu es en bas, tu attends. Ils vont prendre le ballon. Et si on ne peut pas passer le ballon, comment on va scorer? Notre système 5 là, Fatou, tu es là. Aïcha, remonte là, j'ai toujours dit ça, don't be here, the detail. Tu es là, Aïcha, passe le ballon et coupe là. Triple tray, attends, il y a ball screen qui arrive, Marcel pour faire l'écran pour toi. User, il y a elle qui est bien ici. Est-ce que vous comprenez? Non, non, il ne faut pas courir, reste toujours à côté d'elle pour remonter le ballon. Les bento toughness. OK? Allez.
Allez. 1, 2, 3.
Just out of the timeout, and you see Chiziane. She's gone to 11 points and has found some touch from the three-point line. Second player in double digits, 3 of 6 from the outside.
That's just beautifully done. Every time that she's been given an opportunity to square up, even from distance, she is able to connect easily, as we see the fast free throw go in.
Sylvia Veloso, 4 points now, misses the second one from the free throw line. Well, only the one real area where we've seen some struggle from Mozambican Pearls of the Indian Ocean. Veloso. Govane. Chiziane. Crosses, driving in, then she'll attack the rim hard. Donge, great work. Play is called on. Chiziane's short shot. Govane on the follow, so third chance opportunity, 3 rebounds. They're dominating all facets of play.
It's just good to see Mozambique continue to be consistent here. And they go up to 64 points.
Kamara steals the ball. Back. Chiziane in full flow. Will hold for Mukaro. Donge. Well, really did think about it. Just inside, that was strong. Guinea trying to get something back. Football comes off the foot there of Donge. Sharp work to deny the pass to cover.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Guinea have to find some magic on a spark in this quarter.
The nice pass, that might be where the spark comes from, as Kawa gets another 2.
And they've really tried to come back in this one. 5 points in the third quarter, 14 for Mozambique.
Off the ball foul, that is Mukaro, dry smile on the face. Contact is called, Jallo goes to ground. Jallo has been in the wars on both ends of the floor.
Let's look at the replay there. It was indeed a foul, a push, to be more particular there on Aisha Mara.
Now, chance for Coach Saleh as Tuli heads off. Well, I mean, Tuli Kamara heads off. And here come in some changes for Mozambique, Zita and Pinto in. And so, game scoring leader, Donge heads off for Moss. Jallo getting the kind of look she wants, but just can't find the finish yet.
Yeah, she doesn't get the finish on the right side. She had shot on the left earlier.
Zita. Pass is given to Francisco, who gets baseline side and is able to draw contact and will, again, head back to the charity stripe.
She picks up exactly from where Lea, Donge, and Kovane had stopped earlier before they went off. The turnaround there against Jallo makes sure that the movement draws a foul. Makes the fast one.
Represented Mozambique at under 18 and under 16 level. Here's Francisco. This is a first AfroBasket. Ferroviario de Beira. She plays a club basketball. That is off on the miss.
Makes it 6 points for her in this game so far.
Now movement here. Guinea need a score. Looking for a score. Shot from the three is short. They're going to push up on the other side. Well, Mozambique, Zita, Pinto. Hard drive, and the contact is called. We wait for signal from the officials. Pinto will head to the free throw line. Guinea, they are in foul trouble.
Let's look at the replay there. She gets the ball on top of the key, drives into the Guinean wall there. There's contact, and she'll have an opportunity to savor what she can get on the free throw line. 6 for 11 for Mozambique. She's up to 8 points, makes it 9.
Felt like he was really part of the spark in the first half that helped kickstart this Mozambican offensive barrage that we've seen on the floor. Pinto. Jallo is, in the meanwhile, for Guinea, is off on the bench with 4 fouls. See a tournament average of 4 points, but up to 10 at 8 points against Rwanda. So a tournament high for her.
5 players have been to the free throw line there for Mozambique. Just speaks to their plan and strategy.
It's going to be another Guinean turnover because Diak called for the travel. 3:14. That remains. The lead is up to 40 points. It's been a dominating performance here from Mozambique, and they're going to continue to look to build on it. This is how they will want to keep in building momentum.
That's exactly what they want to see here. Get the job done early and focus on the quarterfinal.
It's Vilma, Covane in the wars, Diak and Covane, they battle for position, and Diak called, so her second foul, or her first foul, they're into the free throw line again.
First personal foul there for Diak. And Guinea, of course, in the red with 3 minutes to play here, but she has to convert. Misses the fast one.
2 years at junior college and then University of the Seawards in the NAIA, where Vilma Covane did her education. This is a third AfroBasket. Costa de Sol, Mozambique. Gets the score. Pressure. Ball is picked up. Beautiful work. Dropped in. Defense to offense as Joe Kim gets 2 points.
Nothing beats a foul and basket in the game of basketball here. And you can see the reaction there from the Mozambican bench. Nasir Saleh, of course, concerned that it would be nice to make it a three-point play, but the defense just is enough to get Mozambique into good rhythm here. And look at the reaction and the awareness, the court awareness and frustration, of course, from Kaba.
Hustle points earned the hard way as Joachim completes the three-point play.
But it looks like it could be possible here for Mozambique to chance a century.
Pinto, again the steal. Wow, this work being done there by Mara into the passing lane. They secure it back. 29 points from turnovers.
And the fact that Mozambique have scored 2 more points than in transition, you know, really from turnovers, than what Guinea have right now on the board is just frustrating.
71 points. The points drop on in. Guinea, 9 points in this quarter. Kaba. Well, if there is going to be a floor leader that can help them back, it has got to be Maseni Kaba. the bandaged head from a contact a little bit earlier with Leia Donge completes the three-point play. She's not giving up. She's going to continue to fight on the floor.
And they're up to 30 points now, Guinea, with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Working around the screen is Zita. Pinto looking at her options. Pinto inside, the kick to the corner. Francisco. Good looking shot out of the hand, short. Mara.
Can't shot there, but they'll fall back to play the defense there, Mozambique.
Guinea. Side step on the shot, no. Won't fall, Pinto speeds ahead again. She is graceful and quick up the floor as she gets knocked down.
She's fouled out Jallo, and that is a huge blow for Guinea in this third quarter. She's one of the most important players here for Guinea, and just seeing her coming off at this point in the game is going to be a problem for them. 6 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal has been her contribution here against Mozambique.
Well, end of the game for Jallo. She won't be able to take part in this one anymore. Potentially the end of the tournament for her as well, depending on what her team can do. Shania Pinto has showcased all of her skill set as she goes up to 11 points now.
11 points, 4 rebounds for Pinto. It's been such a great game for them.
Kick out. Shot goes up the back iron. This is a long rebound to Zita. That is a good drop off. Cavani! Wow, good work.
Absolutely impressive what Cavani has been able to put up here for Mozambique. 8 points.
Shot there, that one comes off the backboard hard. Potentially 3 possessions left in this third quarter. Been dominant Mozambique display. Zita. Pinto jabs aggressively, takes it, goes glass and drops it in. Deposits that with interest as the timeout is called here in Mozambique. With 30.8 seconds left, it's a 46-point lead.
And it looks like Mozambique can make no wrong. Every time they touch the ball, it turns into gold. Look at the turnaround, the twists there, until Pinto was able to find the board, use it, and get those 2 extra points before the timeout.
S'il y a 2, elle ressort le ballon. En défense, contre-attaque, on est égoïste. Replier, aider en défense. Les rebonds aussi. Est-ce que vous comprenez? Nafissatou, il ne faut pas être ici pour le ballon. Reste là. Est-ce que vous comprenez?
Et quand tu fais un écran,
OK. We're going to go 1 shot. Tournez le ballon. Vous avez compris?
No.
1 shot. OK.
1, 2, 3.
Guinée!
Guinea gonna control and try and get a shot here as we have a look at the work being done by Shania Pinto. Some clean shooting. And third player now for Mozambique to go into double digits. What a great performance so far.
13 points there, 5 rebounds. She's really been involved every time that she's been on the court, and that's important for Coach Nasir Saleh.
Shot clock at 4. That ball is tapped in Mozambique. They can take A final shot in this third quarter. Zita driving, gets by. Mara drops in the 2, and that sums up a great performance here in the third quarter from Mozambique, because they take a 78-30 lead into the third. And you look at the end of 3, it's a 48-point difference, 78-30 in favor from Mozambique.
Well, you could hear the coach Malik Kone speaking about help on defense. They were unable to execute on that, Guinea, as Zita made it count.
Well, they have been dominant in almost every aspect. Let's have a look quickly, Asher, at those stats.
Well, 7 for 12 for Guinea from the free throw line, 11 for 18. It's been a standout performance there for Mozambique. Numbers-wise, they've gotten that number up to 61% and just looked really good on the line.
32 attempts from the outside, 32 on the interior. They try to balance their scoring. You know that it's time to have a look now at some of the best third quarter plays. And three-point line for Chiziani, one of 3 players in double digits for Mozambique.
She's been able to connect there from the right side, and the confidence is what has meant that her teammates keep feeding her with the ball. But look at Lea Donge, the ability to get the rebound and just make that jumper off of one leg inside the paint just shows her experience and the veteran move-like leadership. 17
points in 21 minutes for Lea Donge. Supreme work on the floor. Kaba, after the injury, after the contact a little bit earlier, it was good performance there in the third quarter. He gave some real paint presence. The Joker, she'll remember this moment, the attack and the drop in. Some good work from her on the offensive side.
And that's the way you want to seal off the third quarter there before the break. Zita confident, precise in her movement, in attacking that paint, getting the 2 points, and very important for Mozambique.
QR code, if you scan that, you can catch up with all the latest scores, get extended highlights, and you will be a part of the Courtside 1891 and FIBA family. Fourth quarter action now. Potentially the final 10 minutes in the tournament for Guinea. Mozambique, they are looking to advance and pick up a place in the quarterfinals. Kamara steals back as Suma, Sidibe, Mara, and Kaba, the chosen 5 here for Coach Kone. Sidibe fires off the shot. Kamara trying to chase down that rebound. Lead feels insurmountable. Try to close out this fourth quarter, see if they can pick up a win. They've only been able to score 11 points, their highest offensive output. That was in the second quarter. This ball is stolen. Trying to push ahead, taken back. Guinea have another possession. Suma, this is a chance for her with Jallo fouled out. Kaba drives left. Sidibe aggressive. Kamara turns around and hits the shot. Nice work.
Beautifully done there from Batuli. Kamara just 3 months post-Matam here and playing her first competitive basketball game representing her nation of Guinea, and just proud to be here.
The shot drops in, and beautiful work from Wilma Cavani, who is providing some scoring. It's 5 points. Ball is stolen. They go up again. Zita. Baseline shot. Cleaned up, and there is work from Shania Pinto.
For Mozambique, they've been able to score at least 23 plus points in all the 3 quarters, 27 in the first, 23 in the second, and 28 in the third. And the question is, can they make it to the century mark and be the first team in the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025 to score 100 points?
Senegal and Nigeria, 92 points apiece. That was their highest scoring output. Mozambique will eye that first. Well, they rely execution. They have been fantastic with that 14 big points. Make that 15 for Pinto.
That is a 50-point game here with 8.5 minutes to go in the last quarter.
Francisco steals and is able to hold. The pass doesn't find the recipient there, a little bit of misconnection, but the teammates, they are locked in. It's a little high five. They'll try and bring it back next time down. Zita and Francisco. Zuma gonna fire off from the elbow again. Cleaned up nicely on the boards, Francisco. Transition, opportunity. Pinto, feet set. Pinto. Rebound is great from Francisco. Love the work on the boards and lovely work to finish it inside.
The athleticism that she uses to get that rebound and go back up top is just beautiful to see. 8 points now for her, just coming off the bench and coming alive here for Mozambique.
They have played a masterful team game here and really showcased that they have some depth and play well. Kamara unguarded. Kamara will gratefully accept those two.
Kamara just continuing to put some points there on the board.
Pinto. Covane will fire off there from the top. Rare disjointed possession for Moz. Kamara goes with the left. They still have the ball. It's kicked out. Suma. Kamara will try a three. That one is short. Pinto happy to set the control up now. 50-point differential.
And after Guinea took that 5-0 lead in the first quarter,
see Covane make the shot.
It's been Mozambique since then. 7 points for Covane, and we have 11 Mozambique players contribute to the 86 points on the scoring board.
The only player not on the scoreboard now, Nilsa Chiziani. But they have really put together a great team performance. Kaba for Guinea. Chased down. Some good work. You just look at the hustle play that's been happening.
2 personal fouls there for Francisco, and the first team foul here for Mozambique. Guinea also have 1 team foul.
Final 5:45 potentially for Guinea in the tournament. Kaba. That is superb work from her. Great individual play.
Individual brilliance is important here as she goes to 11 points. The only player from Guinea in double digits.
Yeah, she only knows one way to play the game. Does Kaba. There's a foul. There's Chiziani driving in. And the opportunity here for Nilsa Chiziani to become the 12th player for Mozambique to get on the scoreboard.
And that should be impressive, really, for Coach Nasser Saleh once you have all your players scoring, and she does become the 12th player here for Mozambique to get onto the scoring board. 1 for 1 there on the free throw line.
Well, also her first points in the tournament, 33-year-old Chiziane. This is her third AfroBasket. Plays for Costa do Sol. Interior presence and rebounding, what she offers the team. Full court press. The pressure is unrelenting from coach Nasir Saleh. Cavani gets into the lane. I think they are looking to get that 100 points on the board.
And they can. They're just 12 points away from doing that in 5 minutes.
Kaba. Ball is stolen. It gives a chance on the other side. Mozambique drop back into the pass of Cavani. Pinto on the follow, can't get it. 3 defenders around her and just, well, looking for the foul call. That's not going to happen. It's going to be Guinea ball.
There's just too many hands inside the paint there, but Guinea will be proud of the way that they played defense on that particular possession.
Switching defenses here. On the possession now, it is Diak. Diak. Kick out to Kaba. Kaba. Looking to add to her already 11 points. Hard foul. It is Sako. Third team foul.
Four minutes, 28 seconds to go here. And the foul really on an inbound on the other side of the court doesn't help Guinea.
They've stayed at their pace and tempo. Have Mozambique, they continue to just play the game the way they know how. Pinto. Battle inside. Kaba court up there with Chiziane. Push foul called on Kaba. That's her third.
And Guinea up to 14 fouls here with 4 minutes to go. As there's a change on the floor. Chanaya Pinto replaced by Chiziane.
Good bit of work, 15 points and 8 rebounds for Chiziane. And for Pinto, rather. Out of bounds.
Guinea with yet another opportunity here to save face. Kaba.
They will continue to look to pile on the pressure that Guinea 28 turnover mark is 28 turnover number is something that they will consider. Up to 29 now. Ball pushed ahead. Argilio can't hold the pass. Kaba. Sako. There's a little bit of time and space there. That one corrals off the front iron. Looking to work is Chiziane. Finds the other Chiziane. They're not sisters. The ball is dropped in from Francisco.
Francisco has come alive here. This is the most that she's been involved in a game, and you can see what it means to her. 11 points, 40% from the three-point line, the second three-pointer, as Mozambique push for that 100-point mark.
Relishing the minutes, loving the opportunity. Kaba. Shot again from the three-point line, can't find her range. The ball is moving now. Argilio. There is a shot from the top of the key. Timeout called. I've spoken about the turnover numbers from Guinea, but 20 steals from Mozambique on the defensive end. They have been masterful at skullduggery when given the opportunity. They keep moving, and this has been a very competent performance by Coach Nasser Saleh and his team.
They had to bounce back from that near loss to Nigeria. 60 for Nigeria, 55 for Mozambique, but the energy that they used is what really was the standout. But let's look at the breakdown here in the quarters. 27 for Mozambique compared to 9 for Guinea in the first quarter, 23 once again in that second quarter, 12 more than Guinea, but the difference was in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're going to keep around the 25-point mark, and if we're following statistical trends and looking at the way that this game has unfolded, Mozambique are tracking to try and get to that 100-point mark. How they do that is with their defense. They've pushed up in transition. They have been spectacular shooting the ball at the three-point line at times, but they've adapted their game as it falls on the floor. 35% from that three-point line and 68% from the free throw line. Guinea, they'll always just have a look at that turnover number, 50 rebounds to 30. They've dominated quite a bit of the areas.
Mozambique, 2 minutes, 42 seconds to play here. Guinea with 14 fouls. They really can get to that 100-point mark, but they'll be concerned about just winning this game.
Tiziani, his shot comes up as 46 bench points for Mozambique as well, just to tell you or give you some more insight in terms of what they've been able to do statistically. Short shot, and now Dohonamo, the young 18-year-old from the Seed Academy, in on the floor. First touch. Chance for Guinea. They now call it all in. Salimatu Silla also on the floor. League de Conakry. Diak, though, will go to the free throw line. Guinea trying to work their way back into this. And the way that it stands is that Mozambique, they will take a lot from this performance. Francisco shot. Kicked inside, they move the ball back. Francisco will try from the other side. This one, again strong, they get it right back. Now a lob inside. Argilio tries a third three, no. Dohonamo can't tap that one back. It's still Mozambique possession. Shot clock violation, and this is well, one of those rare moments where they have a lapse in concentration on a game where they've played outstandingly well.
24 second chance points here for Mozambique in this game, 7 for Guinea, and you can see really that Mozambique are leading in all categories here in this game.
Biggest scoring run of the game for Mozambique was a 15-0 unanswered run. Diak driving in, draws the contact. Love the way she's gone about playing this game. She has an energy on the floor and just plays it hard. And that's a quality and a character that players and that coaches really like. Diak.
Of course, looking at Aisha Mara, talking about the switch there.
Final 89 seconds of 2025 AfroBasket. Diak gets it. Argilio pitches it back into the path of Chiziani. Chiziani's shot, right, comes off the front of the rim. So on the Honamo right there on the board. She'll be happy to get the opportunity on the floor.
Well, as it stands, it looks like we really provided the commentators' blessing the minute we started talking about 100 points. Mozambique have been unable to score for about 2 minutes here.
They've got to look to target that 92-point mark, and they can go to a tournament high or in terms of the weight or in terms of the score on the floor. Pass is errant. Silla gives it ahead of everybody. Argilio won't go in. Can't find the score. Guinea with Keita. Diak. Turning. Diak, well, trying to manipulate the shot. This could be the last possession. They can hold or look to score. They're going to look to get the shot off. Argilio, no. And that's how it's going to end here at Palais de Sport in Trècheville. The first game in our qualification to the quarterfinals is done. And Mozambique, they move on in the tournament for Coach Nasir Saleh. His job well done. So Guinea, they go down 91-38. And it's the end of the journey for the Guineans and Coach Kone. And for Mozambique, it's Mali who awaits in the quarterfinal.
Well, parabéns there, muito parabéns. Congratulations to Mozambique. They go to the knockout stages once again with an opportunity to achieve their objective, which is always to try and go to the final. This team, they've been impeccable. 12 players on the scoring charts there for Mozambique. For Coach Nasir Saleh, he'll be very pleased. But of course, Lea Donga, the captain, 17 points, 11 for Francisco coming off the bench. Pinto as well with the 15. And just overall, incredible performance on all grounds.
A balanced team performance, a chance to run his rotation. Everybody got on the floor. Everybody got on the score sheet. And it's going to be happiness all throughout Mozambique. Job done for today, but job not done in terms of tournament objectives. You can tick this one into the win box in the win column. And Lea Donga is 17 points in 21 minutes and 9 rebounds with her 2 assists. A big reason to be happy, but 4 players in double digits, 32% or 32 of 82 from the field. They dominated the offensive glass. They were dominant on the defensive end. And the best part of winning is the celebration, taking it all in. And they'll have an opportunity to just take it in for a little while, because tomorrow, that's when they will take to the floor again. A short rest and quarterfinal time it will be.
Absolutely. 46 bench points for Mozambique, 30 of those in the paint and 35 from turnovers. Their defense was really a standout here today for Mozambique, and the stats really don't lie. 12 three-pointers here for Mozambique. They really did the job there. 3 of those from Stefania Chiziane, 2 from Ingvild Mukaro, Chanaya Pinto, and the captain Lea Donga was actually also part of that. 54 rebounds compared to 35 for Guinea. 22 assists. Just speaks to the teamwork that they were able to come together and just deliver the goods.
Kaba tried to come back there in the second half, and she led the scoring. Kamara tried for her aid, but 3 players of the 4 there in double digits for Mozambique eventually able to lead the way. And it is the pearls of the Indian Ocean that advance. Just look at Kamara's work as we have a look at the top plays in that fourth quarter. Turnaround jump shot. It's just really starting to see flashes from what Kamara can offer on the offensive side. For Mozambique, it pretty much was wherever they went, they could find a spark. Karani there turning, firing, and hitting, and that is just amazing work. Here you see, as we try to summarize what we saw, Francisco. Great work on the glass, athleticism on display.
Kaba, of course, the face of this Guinean team, the face of Guinean women's basketball, with a turnaround there, consistently getting back into the action. But Francisco from the three-point line there and just being able to connect for that three-pointer was very important for Mozambique.
11 Francisco points, 4 of 9 on the floor, and Mozambique, they will be celebrating.
Look at how much fun they're having out here in Côte d'Ivoire, in Abidjan, inside the Palais des Sports, where they've just qualified for the last 8.
Well, 91-38, that's how it has ended. Egypt and South Sudan, they are up next. Senegal and Rwanda to follow, and we'll close out with Cameroon and Angola. Qualification to the quarterfinals. Our first one is in the books. And Mozambique, they advance to AfroBasket 2025 quarterfinals. And that's going to be action we'll see a bit later. We'll keep it locked here, and it is a goodbye here from the team until we meet again, the second one of these knockout games.